Right, at the moment the robins are all in the middle of nesting season. They've started in September and they go through to January. They'll have usually 3 nests in that time if they're doing well. The first nest will have 2 eggs, the second one 3, and then back to 2 if they have a third nest. So that means they can have potentially 7 chicks each. So we've got over 10 pairs nesting in the park. So that's quite a lot of chicks if they all stick around and survive. Well, we try and band all the chicks we can, and that way we know where they came from, and if they're seen outside the park, people will recognise them for robins that came from Shakespeare. So to do that, we have to find all the nests, we have to get to them, we have to get them in the right window, so we can't band the chicks when they're too young or too old. So it's a 7-day window. We gently take the chicks out of the nest, put them in a small bag to keep them quiet while we work with them. We put 2 different bands on them. One is a metal band which can't come off, and that has a number so the bird's identified. We also put colour bands, and these birds will have 3 colour bands, and that gives us a code, so from a distance we know which individual we're looking at. It means we can easily look around the park and know which bird is which. The chicks are then returned to the nest, and the parents really don't mind. Occasionally while we're working with the chicks, the female will actually go and sit on the nest again, and then we just have to shoo her off and put the chicks back on the nest. They're quite happy with it, and they'll straight away feed the chicks, and the chicks settle in and it's as if nothing's happened. Over the season, with the 10 or a dozen pairs we've got breeding in the park, we'll probably end up with over 50 chicks, but we'll be lucky if next season maybe 10 of those are still somewhere in the park and still alive and form pairs of their own. That'll be pretty successful, I think, if we get that. A lot of the chicks will disappear, and part of that is more pork predation. Part of it will be just natural attrition. Some of them, for whatever reason, they just don't survive. But a lot of them will disappear, I suppose, into the hinterland, but with Shakespeare Park it's into suburbia they'll disappear, because they have a natural dispersal system where the young birds don't stick around the parents' territory. They tend to go as far as they can before they find somewhere nice. So that having the birds banded, anyone walking in the park might come across a robin on a track, be able to look at the colour bands and make a little note or let us know what's going on, and it sort of allows some outside involvement. It also gives a chance for people, if these robins do move out of the park, if someone sees a bird in their garden, they might not know it's a robin, but they'll see its colour bands, and that's a bit different, so they'll know, maybe get in touch with the park and say, what was this, we're interested. So it's kind of creating a linkage with the community outside the park as well.